Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. AVAX is pushing. It already looked as if maybe wave A had finished, but it seems like it's escalating more directly higher. That's still all in line with the forecast. The idea was and still is that we are working on a wave 4. Remember that I'm tracking here a wave 2 correction after the wave 1 topped in March. And I highlighted to you that this here is an A, B, C structure. If it's a WXY pattern, the low might already be in. It can always happen after 3 waves. But the 100% extension level hasn't even been reached. And that's normally reached. Doesn't have to, but that's normally reached in such a scenario. And that's at 1884. There is also Fibonacci confluence with another level, which is the 61.8 retracement. So there's probably good support around 1880. I don't want it to go much lower than that. Maybe it's already bottomed. As I said, I made you aware that around the $24 level, we should expect support because that's the 50% retracement, one of these main Fibonacci retracement levels. And yeah, we had a reaction. And we also had the price go higher after it broke out of our trend line. I can actually take that off the chart now. We don't need a broken trend line on the chart, but that was the idea. We get a signal and now it's moving and it's moved into the resistance area. Now, if this is really a wave 4, we don't really want the price to get above $29.56. If it does it, then something more bullish is likely playing out. And we might have already bottomed, but I would like to have a convincing break above that 50% retracement at 29.56, which should go along with a break above the descending trend line, a break above the corrective price channel, basically. Looking at the shorter time frame, you can see that there hasn't really been much structure in this move up. What we can identify are these 3 Fibonacci levels, retracements, $26.27. Basically, we're fighting with that level at the moment. It seems broken now. $28, which is typically the ideal target for a 4th wave. And then $29.56, which is the 50% retracement. And normally we don't want a wave 4 to go beyond that level. Now, it's looking good at the moment. It's looking promising because this here is probably still the A wave. Normally the A wave ideal target is the 23.6 fib level. It reacted a little bit, but hasn't topped yet. I highlighted earlier today already on our signals channel for gold members that as long as we're holding now this support area, I'm looking for higher prices and I don't expect the wave 4 to be finished. Ideally, it should get to $28. Yeah, that would be ideal. But the thing is, what I would like to have for some clarity is a clearer 3-wave move. We might not see that. I mean, it's going up quite, it's rather increasing in upside momentum. So we'll see if it subdivides into a clearer ABC. If it does, if it pulls back in a wave B, and I thought maybe wave B started already, but it clearly hasn't. So there hasn't really been a clear signal that the B wave has started, and there isn't one now. So if there is one, then the support area is now between $24.20 and $25.38. That also means that as long as we're holding above $24.20, there is no 5th wave to the downside. Okay, so I'm following that. I have to adjust the micro support area the higher the A wave goes. The idea behind that is that any B wave correction in this wave 4 shouldn't really break below that support level or zone. If it does it, then it indicates we're already on the move down. Now, the higher the A wave goes, the more probable it gets that this is all of wave 4. It's basically doing the wave 4 in one go. But we'll see. Again, if there is a break above 29.56, it would indicate that, you know, we're dealing with something more directly bullish. Now, you could apply, for example, a trend line strategy here or moving averages. I mean, you could say, okay, I've got a first point and a second point on this trend line. If it breaks, that might be the earliest signal that the B wave pullback has started. Until that happens, I might want to stay in the trade that I potentially entered when the price broke out of this trend line to the upside. Just an idea. Okay, there are many ways of doing this, but the idea is that there hasn't been any confirmation yet that all of wave 2 bottomed. But we're close, okay? And we are in the larger support zone. For many people, it makes more sense to just accumulate, step by step, carefully though, knowing that below $13.39, this is likely failing, but carefully accumulating. That's why these boxes are there, because you never really know when it's turning around. The trend here on the larger time frame is much more meaningful than those micro patterns. But yeah, that's at the moment AVAX looking good. Still an overall bullish structure as long as we're holding $13.39. That's my update about AVAX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.